Last time I handled a motorcraft box was when we had the 1989 Ford Taurus and we were doing some work with it. But today, I'm going to show you guys how to install a new factory OEM air filter on a 2010 Mercury Grand Marquis. Now I know it's not the most difficult project to do, but I've seen a lot of air filters in my line of employment that were installed incorrectly and got damaged. So I'm going to show you guys how this is done here. Anyway, the first step is to undo the little hooks, and they're just you flip that clip up and you pull it back, and then I usually take my fingers, lift up the front half of the air box, push back until it disengages the teeth. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teeth. There's 5 corresponding slots on the top part of the airbox. Now, if you guys are like me, I'd get like a ratchet strap or something to clip in the front corner of this airbox and just run it up to the hood latch. But since I don't have that, I'm just going to take this old air filter out, and you guys can see it's getting kind of dirty. The main thing that was bothering me was, if I can find it here, well, right here, this foam sealant, it was dry rotting, and that was going to let bugs pass the filter media and potentially clog up my mass airflow sensor, my electric throttle body. And I don't want that. I don't want that on my car, because if I have that on my car, that's yard waste. Oh well, that'll be going out to the burn pile. If I get a bug on my mass airflow sensor, it's not going to work too great. So, went and got myself a brand new factory OEM air filter, and let's compare the two for a minute. Old air filter, new air filter. Now, I would recommend, just as a minor maintenance kind of deal, you change your air filter every 30,000 miles. Whether it looks worn out or not. This one doesn't look bad. I've seen a lot worse. But it's starting to go. I mean, you guys can see that. So, time to install the new air filter. Okay, if you have any debris in the air box, the bottom part of the air cleaner assembly that holds your air filter, now would be a good time to clean that out. Whether it's bugs, leaves, a mouse nest, a mouse, any kind of debris that's in the air box or the air horn, it's going to inhibit good airflow into the motor, so the motor can breathe easier, so you can get better fuel economy. So now that that's done, I'm going to take my new air filter, I'm going to plop it in there, and I'm going to make sure that my pleats, these little guys here, are all tucked inside the air box, nothing's sticking out where it shouldn't be. I'm going to make sure that the foam strip that ensures a good airtight seal is where it should be. And then I'm going to take the air box, I'm going to latch it on the fingers again, and I'm going to close it up, and that will be how you remove and reinstall a air filter on a 2010 Mercury Grand Marquis. One last note before I say goodbye to you guys and go to work making new videos. When you have the air box reattached, whether it's attached with the fingers or snapped into place, you want to make sure that you have the little guide clips on the top part of the air box where they go, and that the air box feels like it's seated securely. If the air box doesn't want to go back into its resting spot without a lot of force, or with a lot of force, if it doesn't feel like it's going to go in there right, stop. Because more than likely, you're getting ready to break something. And these air boxes, they get expensive fast. Another thing to check are the hose clamps. Make sure they're good and tight on the throttle body part, and then on the electric throttle body, on the air filter part, and the throttle body part. I've seen cars come in that have had these loose, and that's an excellent way to suck a bug up into your intake manifold and really screw stuff up. So now that I've made sure that my air cleaner box is securely fastened, all the fingers are in the right spot on this back side here, everything's right, I've closed it up and I've put on a new air filter. Now, if you're like me, you keep a maintenance book on all your vehicles. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my maintenance book, I'm going to write 6/10/2012, changed air filter. You know, just write it down. You can put a date or put miles, whatever. Whatever's going to help you remember what kind of maintenance you just did to the car. Whether it's an oil change, a 17 belt, remove and reinstall, a coolant flush, a new battery, transmission service, brake flush, new air cleaner, whatever, tire rotation, it doesn't matter. Just find a notebook where you can write this stuff down so you can keep track of it. It'll help you out in the long run if you ever go to resell your car. Anyway, until next time, this is Keykeeper signing off. Salutations, everybody.